It is my great honor and pleasure to open this third session of the UNECE Team of Specialists on Public-Private Partnerships. Although it's only the third session of this team, the presence of over 200 delegates today indicates the great importance that governments of our member states, and not only of our member states, of many other countries, assign to this important activity.
It's a pleasure to welcome you to the third session of UNECE team of specialists on public-private partnerships. These types of partnerships are very important to the United Nations. They are critical for modernization of infrastructure, the improvement of public services, and in meeting the United Nations Millennium Development Goals.
The work of the UNECE Center is really both timely and innovative approach to addressing, I would say, almost all of those issues that I have mentioned for PPPs in infrastructure development.
Next on our high-level panel is Mr. Loay, Chief Executive Officer of the National Water Company of Saudi Arabia.
So honored to address this distinguished gathering today. I would like also to thank the UNECE for inviting me to share our experience in the field of PPP. I'm also very pleased that the UNECE has taken the lead with the idea to establish the International PPP Center of Excellence. I believe this initiative will enable the member countries to leverage their experience and share the lesson learned in the field of PPP. In my opinion, the UNECE Center of Excellence could be an excellent platform to promote best practices and to provide countries with know-how and the knowledge to ensure successful implementation of PPP programs. Over the last 30 years, PPP models have proliferated and different privatization approach has been adopted worldwide. However, all outcomes suggest that there is no one model fit all. In fact, in one country, there might be different PPP models suitable for different sectors. Hence, I believe that the challenge ahead is to choose the right PPP approach that could fit for the purpose and the country's needs. It's about recognizing the conceptual and organizational challenges that possibly will hinder any PPP implementation process. Ladies and gentlemen, today I would like to share similar experience that we have went through in reforming the water utility in Saudi Arabia. Throughout this journey, we have learned so many lessons that has strengthened our experience and improved our knowledge. Such experience would add a great value to other countries as well. However, in my opinion, what is always missing is a systematic method to exchange the knowledge and the know-how across the countries. In my opinion, there is a great synergy to be achieved between countries that have developed PPP expertise and countries approaching PPP for the first time. This could save time and efforts. It could also improve the likelihood of successful public-private partnership implementation. Here, the UNECE Center of Excellence could play a major role in bridging the communication gap among the participant countries by leveraging the strength of each country in terms of PPP practices. In the water and wastewater sectors, PPP has been used globally in providing the means to fill the water infrastructure gap and financing the delivery of critical water infrastructure program. In addition, PPPs has been used in order to promote innovation and technological development in the water industry. In the wastewater side, PPPs has been considered as a strong enabler to accelerate the development of wastewater network and treatment capacity, an area that has received a greater emphasis by government in recent years, primarily due to the low coverage and the need to reduce the environmental impact. As a result, the usage of recycled water has increased very rapidly, which help in providing an environmentally sustainable solution in addition to preserving the natural water resources. Over the last few years, demand for water and wastewater infrastructure projects has remained unaffected by the global financial crisis. The water market forecast is showing a huge spending trend that will exceed $1.3 trillion over the next 5 years. Likewise, in the MENA region, the trend continues to be the same. The water and wastewater investments are also growing rapidly, with Saudi Arabia accounting for nearly 25% of this regional investment. The PPP case in Saudi Arabia is an interesting case, and in my opinion, it's one of the excellent PPP cases that I always like to share with others. It's a case of water privatization that has been launched in the last 2 years in an environment that has been that has so many operational challenges and complex in nature, due to the scarcity of water and the lack of natural water resources. Historically, the Saudi water sector has faced so many operational challenges such as leakage in the network, low coverage, poor infrastructure, inefficient institution, and so on. Water supply and the country lacks of natural water resources has exacerbated the issue. In addition, there is the high population growth with an increasing demand of 6% annually. The issue that has been faced in Saudi Arabia is also common across the whole GCC and MENA regions. All of this has led the government to take a bold move to reform the water sector in order to meet future challenges. Next. Saudi Arabia has embarked on privatization strategy which covers 20 sectors and driven by the quest to improve the capacity of the national economy. This presumably will help in driving efficiency and effectiveness across the different government agencies. In the case of Saudi Arabia, privatization and PPP has been sought in order to bring about the best of the public and private sector. The synergy achieved through PPP could bring sustainable performance and faster delivery of water projects. In addition, the quality and cost effectiveness of water service could improve drastically. Private sector will bring more accountability and transparency and enhance systems and procedures. Due to the fact that PPP expertise is new to the region, a transitional plan has been implemented in order to develop the expertise and to build stronger platform to support privatization initiatives. A new vehicles, the National Water Company, has been created, and a number of management contracts have been signed in order to accelerate the knowledge transfer and build internal capacity. The idea is to create a pocket of excellence where the lessons learned and success could be leveraged nationwide. Here, I believe that the one main lesson learned in the last 2 years, that PPP models are an evolving process due to the fact that much of the lesson learned will be reflected in this process. It's a dynamic process that requires the flexibility to adjust and adapt. This transitional period has led to a successful implementation of PPP and paved the way for a more advanced PPP model to be adopted on a greater scale. Originally, it has been envisaged a 10 years implementation plan. However, due to the aggressive but realistic implementation strategy, the program has been reduced and accomplished within 5 years. Now, NWC is a key player in the region. It has pioneered so many initiatives, and the improvement over the last 2 years is supported by strong performance indicators on the ground. And here are some of the KPIs that shows how big the improvement in most of the operational key performance indicators. Next. For instance, we can see in these indicators over the last 2 years how big the customer satisfaction has improved and how average time to install connection has increased. Moreover, there is a big initiative that has been launched in order to utilize the recycled water. And NWC has been very successful in promoting the utilization of recycled water, and in fact, branching out in this business has proven to be financially rewarding alongside the environmental benefits realized through the utilization of treated sewage effluents. Nevertheless, the key challenge moving forward is to ensure sustainability of performance and making sure that NWC will meet the growing expectation of customers. The strategy forward depends mainly upon our ability to be more efficient, financially viable, and to continuously renovate ourselves by building a strong platform for growth. In this regard, a number of strategic initiatives have been launched in order to drive operational excellency and to accelerate the delivery of capital projects, besides building the internal capabilities and to enhance revenue from the core and non-core business. In my opinion, the reason for the so many failure of PPP initiative is due to the lack of understanding of the contextual challenges which will lead to the wrong choice of PPP model. Moreover, the lack of experience and leadership capabilities will lead to poor outcomes. Hence, the UNECE initiative to leverage the best practices in PPP is an excellent platform to mitigate such risk and to provide the countries approaching PPP with the right tools and access to knowledge and PPP expertise. In this regard, we are so keen to pursue this collaborative relation between NWC and UNECE program in developing the UN PPP best practices and hosting the PPP Specialist Center for Water, which will result into a significant benefits for both organizations. In my opinion, PPP is an excellent enabler that could accelerate the economic developments, particularly in developed countries. It's a means that could improve the operational efficiency, which will subsequently affect the dynamics in each sector at the macro and micro level. However, the wider impact of PPP on each context is yet to be examined, and the different variables triggered through privatization should be fully understood. Hence, by having the UNECE platform, the complexity and the impact of PPP could be looked at and shared on a global basis. Therefore, the UNECE could leverage its position in bringing the best of the academic field and the practice as well. In conclusion, I would like to thank you all for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts and experience. Thank you very much.
Mr. Loay, thank you very much indeed for this very informative and very comprehensive presentation.